resides a power. This power is known as a female or motherly primordial power, and since ancient times it is known as Kundalini. The limbic area on top of the head integrates all the systems in the body and is therefore the principal control center for the body. Your experiment with truth starts when your Kundalini rises up through the spinal column to enlighten this limbic area. When this happens, a new dimension of perception is achieved, through which you learn to understand the energy flow from your body to your hands. All the nerve centers, and consequently all the organs, reflect their condition in the hands and on each fingertip.
Because it's very important that we have to seek our roots, and this is the knowledge of the roots. The human problems actually cover all the global problems, most of it. And to solve them, we have to see to this inner subtle instrument within us. When these centers are in jeopardy, then we get physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, political, all problems. Because problems are caused by human beings. And human beings are in trouble because of these centers. So if by chance you know how to correct your centers, and then to correct others' centers also, you solve the problem. Now this power that is being told as Kundalini is called Kundalini because Kundal means coils. It is coiled 3.5 times. It has some mathematical calculation. Now this Kundalini, when she is awakened, she passes through these centers and she enlightens them. She nourishes them and she integrates. Ultimately she pierces through your fontanelle bone area. In Sanskrit we call it the Brahmarandra. Pierces through and becomes one with this all-pervading power. So you achieve two results. So the truth about you is that you are not this body, mind, your ego, your conditionings. Because you say, this is my ego, this is my conditioning, this is my house, this is my wife, my husband. So this my, who is the my there? So you become the I, the self, that is the spirit, which you are. And the second truth is that there is an all-pervading power which does all the living work. Look at these beautiful flowers. It's a miracle, if you see. There are different flowers from different seeds of certain height, certain shape, certain color. And we take it for granted. We don't even think about them, how they have come out like that. Who runs our heart? The doctors will say autonomous nervous system. But who is the auto? So we never question anything about living process because we can't answer. This living process is done by a very subtle energy which you can call by any name, is the divine power of love. You can call it as Ruh, as in Quran. You can call it as Brahma Chaitanya, as in Sanskrit, and as Rutambhara Pragya by Patanjali. You can give it any name to it, it's different, but it is a power which we have never felt before, which is a subtle power which does all living work. So as if we have not reached that source of energy, the whole development outside is collapsing. Also, supposing this instrument is not connected to the mains, then it has no identity, it has no meaning. Why was it created? And everywhere these days I find the seekers are trying to find out their identity. So what is your identity is that you are the spirit. You are the spirit, and this spirit is the ultimate that you have to become. Once you become the spirit, in the light of the spirit, you see the truth. First of all, on your fingertips, you start feeling this cool breeze. Cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, you can call it, or this all-pervading power of divine love. And when you start feeling that power, your body acts like a computer. You ask any question, and Australians so many. In Sydney we have 22 centers. I must say, Australia is one of our very great country which has really very enthusiastically has taken to such a program. And I am sure also you all will. We have a great story in our Puranas about Australia, which sometimes I'll tell you. So may God bless you, and you be confident that you will have your realization just now. You don't have to do much. Just it will take 10 minutes more. But of course, I respect your freedom. If you don't want to have a realization, you should leave the hall. I cannot force on you. It is something it cannot be forced. I respect your freedom out and out. So if you want to go, you can go. All of you want realization, it's very good. Now one thing that should not upset you, because I've seen people get upset if I tell them that you have to take out your shoes. I hope you won't be upset with that. You need not take out your socks, but your shoes. It does sometimes. You don't have to say any mantras, nothing. And you don't have to concentrate also. Please don't try to concentrate. Just keep yourself open. Don't force yourself into anything. As I'm telling you that it has become so easy now. You don't have to go to Himalayas and stand on your head or anything. You have to be very comfortable. And also, you should be very much pleasantly placed towards yourself. Because as I said, you are human beings. You are at the epitome of evolution. And you have a right to have this, because you are born at this time with a special purpose. So in no way you should condemn yourself. This is the first condition. Have full confidence. The another thing is you should never feel guilty at this time. Please don't feel guilty for anything. It has become a fashion now to feel guilty for anything. I mean, even if supposing you spilled some coffee, you go on feeling guilty for your life, and what's this going on? You must value yourself. This life is not meant for feeling bad for small things. It's very great, it's very precious. So please don't have any guilt. But if you have, then you catch on this center here. And this is such a dangerous thing because it gives you what we call as angina. It may give you spondylitis. It may give you very lethargic organs. So very dangerous is to feel guilty. So why feel guilty unnecessarily? I tell you, if you were guilty, you would have been in jail. Now you are sitting here, so don't feel guilty about anything. I assure you, you are not guilty. So you have to really forgive yourself. Now, the most simple condition is this, that you have to forgive everyone. People might say it's very difficult to forgive. But whether you forgive or not, I am telling you the logic. Now think about it. Whether you forgive or not, what do you do? I don't do anything. But when you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands. Those who have troubled you, tortured you, are not feeling bad. But you are the one who is torturing yourself. But at this time, the problem is that this center of Agya, which is like this, absolutely constricted like this, like a cross, it is on the optic chiasma. And if you don't forgive, it won't open at all. But if you forgive, it will definitely open and the Kundalini will pass. So at this juncture, you have, as it is, troubled yourself so much. At this juncture, please forgive everyone in general. Don't even think about them, because it's a headache. It's a real headache even to think of these people. So you just forgive in general. Of course, we'll tell you how to do it. It's very simple. Now to begin with, you keep your eyes open. I'll show you how you have to yourself enrich your own centers. Very simple. So please put your left hand towards me like this comfortably. You have to be comfortable, that's very important. Please both the feet apart from each other, because these are two powers, left and right. Put your left hand towards me on your lap, just like this. And now we have to use our left side with our right hand. Now please put your right hand on your heart. This is the center where the spirit resides. If you become the spirit, you become your own master in the light of the spirit. So please take your right hand, the upper portion of your abdomen, on the liver. All of you should do it, please. This is the center of your mastery, which is created by great prophets and seers and sages. Surprisingly, the center of pure knowledge is lower here on the left hand side, in the lower portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Whatever you have done, forget it, forget it. Now, raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen. Yeah? Now on your heart. Now in the corner of your neck and shoulder, as I have already told you, when the center catches, what is the problem? Turn your head to your right, please. It's very catching today. Please don't feel guilty for anything, you must. Then. Please take your right hand on top of your forehead across and bend your head slowly. We have to be humble about it, see. So here, you have to forgive everyone in general. Now take back your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible. Here, without counting your mistakes, without feeling guilty, just for your satisfaction, you will have to ask forgiveness from this all-pervading power. Now please stretch your hand or palm fully. Now we go to the last center. So please put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your child. Now please put down your head. Now push back your fingers nicely so there's a good pressure on your scalp. Now put down your head and you have to move the scalp 7 times clockwise very slowly. That's all we have to do actually. But remember, you have to push back your fingers. Now you can take out your spectacles because you have to close your eyes. It might help also your eyesight. Please, before closing, I must tell you again that please put both the legs apart from each other and the left hand towards me on your lap comfortably in any way that you like. And then now place your right hand on your heart. Here I have told you resides the spirit. You have to ask me a very fundamental question about yourself in your heart. So please ask in your heart 3 times. You can call me Mother or Shri Mataji, whatever you like. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask this question 3 times in your heart. Mother, am I the spirit? Now, I've told you, if you become the spirit, you become your own master. So now take down your right hand, the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Here you have to ask another fundamental question. Mother, am I my master? Ask this question 3 times. I have already told you that I respect your freedom and I cannot force divine pure knowledge on you. So now please take your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Here. You have to ask 6 times because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Or you can say, Mother, please give me divine pure knowledge. Whatever is divine is pure. 6 times. As soon as you start asking for pure divine knowledge, the Kundalini starts rising like a prelude. Now we have to open our higher centers by our self-confidence for the Kundalini to pass through. Now, take your right hand, you are working only on the left hand side. In the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, press it hard. Now, here with full confidence, please say 10 times. Mother, I am my own master. The Kundalini wants you to show your self-confidence. Please say it 10 times. at the very outset I have told you that the truth is that you are not this body, this mind, this ego, these feelings, these emotions, these conditionings, but you are the pure spirit. So now raise your right hand on top of your heart, and here you have to say again with full self-confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Please say it. Please say 10, 12 times, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I have already told you that this all-pervading power is the ocean of knowledge, ocean of compassion, ocean of blessings, but above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. And whatever mistakes you might have committed are easily dissolved by this ocean of forgiveness. So forgive yourself. And put your right hand in the corner of your neck and shoulder and turn your head to your right. Here, with full confidence again, you have to say 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say this. It's very important because this center is catching very much tonight here. Now, I have told you, whether you forgive or you don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands and torture yourself. Especially at this moment, you should forgive all of them without thinking about them in general, so that your center opens out. Otherwise, at this important moment, you may miss your self-realization. It's very important to forgive all of them from your heart. Not how many times, is not the point, from your heart. So now please put your right hand on your forehead across and bend your head as much as you can. And here you have to say not how many times, but from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone in general. From your heart, please say it from your heart. And now, please put your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible. Here, without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes, just for your satisfaction, you have to say, not how many times, but from your heart. O divine power, if I have done any mistake, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Just say it from your heart. O divine power, if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Now, please touch your palms. Put the center of your palm on top of your fontanelle bone area, which is a soft bone in your childhood. Here again, I cannot force self-realization on you. You have to ask for it. So now push back your fingers, that's important. And please put down your head. Now move your scalp with this pressure 7 times, saying 7 times, Mother, please give me my self-realization. because I cannot force it on you. Please push back your fingers. Bend your heads. Please push back your fingers. Keep your eyes shut till I tell you, please keep them shut. Please take down your hands and try to open your eyes slowly. Push both the hands towards me. Now, put the left hand towards me like this. Bend your head and see with the right hand if there is a cool or a warm breeze-like energy is coming out of your fontanelle bone area. Now don't doubt, because air conditioning is not in your head. So just see for yourself. Some people think it is air conditioning. Some people get it hot. Some people get it far. Some closer, but don't put your hand on top of your head, away from it. See for yourself, and if it is hot, that means you have not yet forgiven. So please forgive also. Now, please put your right hand, now bend your head nicely, and see for yourself with the left hand if there's a cool or a hot breeze-like energy is coming out of your fontanelle bone area. You have to move your hand up and down, sideways also. All right. Now do it with the left hand again. Little further. Some people get it further. Bend your heads. That's important. Bend your heads. Now, please put both your hands towards the sky. Push back your head and ask any one of these three questions 3 times, any one of them. You can say, Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Or, Mother, is this the all-pervading power of divine love? Or, Mother, is this the Roop or Param Chaitanya? Ask any one of these questions 3 times. Now, just come now. Now please put your hands like this and watch me without thinking. Just watch me without thinking. All those who have felt hot or cold breeze on their fingertips, on their palms, or out of their fontanelle bone area, please raise both your hands. My God, look at that. I mean, most of you. May God bless you. It's tremendous. Some didn't get it, very few, but most of you have got it. In any case, all of you should get it. And those who haven't got should please later on come to the stage and they will do it. But in the meanwhile, we'll try something else for realization. And maybe that might help a little bit. Tumi eta karti? See, this might help. This will be only 5 minutes experiment, let's see. कौन सा गाना बना? हाँ? तुम्ही कोणचे म्हटले मला माहिती? आईचा जोग. This is the song they are going to sing. Was written Namadeva by Namadeva in the 16th century, who went then to Punjab, and Guru Nanak Sahib, you see, knew who he was, and he asked him to write poems in Punjabi language, and he's done such a big compilation. I know that. This Guru was he was just a tailor, and he went to meet another realized soul who was a potter. And when he went and saw the potter kneading the clay with his feet, he just stood there watching. The potter's name was Gora Kumar. Looked at him, and what does he say? In Marathi he says that, but meaning that I came to see here the formless, but it is in the form. I see it in the form. I mean, only a saint can say it to another saint. That's what happened, that he went up to Punjab, where Guru Nanak Sahib called him, looked after him, and asked him, and they made beautiful, such beautiful songs there are, and they are in Granth Sahib. They are all in Granth Sahib. This is the folk song which was written, which says, "Oh Mother, give me my realization." Yoga means yoga. Please give me that. All that they sang, all the time they have been singing, even now, but they don't know what it is. And they are saying, "Oh Ambe," means the Kundalini, please rise, rise. And with that you can also clap, which will help a lot. I'm sure this will definitely consolidate your self-realization. It's a village song, it's a stick. Now you feel. Just try to feel now. Let's see. You must be feeling more. Just see. All right? Now again, let's see how many of you have really felt on your fingertips or from the fontanelle bone area or on your palms. Raise your both hands. Oh, so who didn't feel before have felt it. So many of you. Thank you very much. May God look after. And also have wisdom to respect your freedom. Respect your new status. The real freedom is now. So you respect your self-realization and become a fully self-realized personality. That will help everywhere. May God bless you all. Thank you very much. It was wonderful.